Pisces, welcome back. I was supposed to fix that and I didn't. I didn't. Oh well. Pisces, what do people love about you? I'm going to put on my protection oil because my energy dropped in your guys' reading, in your guys' energy. So we're going to put on our protection oil, my Protego Maxima. Alright, hang on guys. Yeah, because my energy hella dropped. Hella dropped. What year are we in? Alright, Pisces. Yeah, I feel much better actually. Wait. Why are these? Okay, hold on. Did I do that? Did I do that? I actually watched that show while it was on. I was young, but still, I watched it. Did I do that? Why is this not wanting to? Alright. What do people like about you? What I like about you? You're all the time. Yeah. Tell me I'm the only one. Something in my mind. Yeah. Keep on whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause it's true. That's what I like about you. You guys are able to tell people what they want to hear. Pisces. Let's see, Pisces, what they like about you. 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 Let's see. Okay. Let them go. Tree. Pisces, I feel like people can see that you're very good at letting things go. You're very good at closing out cycles and being able to let go of things and situations that no longer serve you, right? Even people, when it comes to like relationships that haven't really worked out, pain. I'm also getting family. For a lot of you guys, family. Because do you see how that family tree is on fire? I've heard you're good at being the closer. You're good at letting people go, especially when it comes to like people that no longer serve you, and I don't feel like you guys were always like this. I feel like you've come into it was a practice, right? It feels like you guys this was something that you guys have had to work on, and now you're like, oh, okay, cool, this isn't working, let's move on. I'm not staying here, right? I'm getting that song by Ariana Grande, thank you, next, thank you. Like, you take a lesson from everybody, and you take a little bit of everybody that you deal with, that you meet, that you talk to, and you take in the good and you're leaving the bad, is what I'm getting. Like, you're able to release things, but not just like, oh shit, not just like relationships. I'm getting like friendships. I'm getting sorry, don't mind my phone. I'm getting family as well. Anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. You will cut anybody off. You'll cut anybody off. It does not matter. Priest, your nanny, it does not. Your butcher, it does not matter. If it doesn't feel right anymore, if there is no more, it just doesn't feel right? Maybe you've outgrown each other. Maybe you're starting to see like some red flags, and you're like, you know what, this is not where I'm meant to be. Maybe you're just not in alignment. Maybe they're not bad people, but you're not in alignment with what they believe in and what they do, especially right now. You know, we're seeing a lot of that, and it's time to separate yourselves from that, because a lot of time people want to say, oh, don't lose family over beliefs. No, you absolutely do, because if they believe in cruelty and you know, seeing people get hurt, and they believe that that's okay, no, I don't care who you are. Like, that's not something that I want to even be around, right? Like, why would we have barbecues when I don't want to? No, 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 no. Follow your dreams. Yeah. Pisces, I feel like everybody sees that you follow your dreams, and it doesn't matter what it is, you will go after them. You will not allow anybody to stop you. You will not allow anybody to, and I feel like you guys are very intuitive, if not a little touch of psychic, but you guys will follow your intuition, and you guys will follow your dreams, right? You guys go after what it is that you guys want. And honestly, a lot of times you guys, well, you guys do follow your dreams. I'm not going to go deeper into that, because it's going to vary for everybody, right? But I do feel like you guys will follow your dreams, even if you have to do it alone. Even if nobody else believes in you, you don't give a shit. You believe in yourself, and I feel like you guys have no problems trusting yourself and going after exactly what it is that you guys want to do, which is funny because it's Pisces. Yeah, you guys are the dreamers, right? And even when it's like, everybody's like, oh, that's ludicrous, that's so stupid, it's out of the norm, who cares? You'll go after it. You don't care. You don't care. You don't care what anybody else has to say. You don't give a shit. You will go after your dreams. Take control of your own narrative. You don't allow people to control you. You will not allow people to puppeteer you. And I feel like you've mastered this in this life. With number 22, I feel like you've cut off all strings. What is it? I've got no strings. Da, 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 da. It was always like, people were like, okay, I'll help you, but if I can cage you, or I'll help you if I can have strength, if you do this, if you do that. I literally am seeing somebody just come in with scissors and be like, snip, snip, snip. I don't care. If I have to do it harder, if it has to be the longer version, if it has to be the longer way, it doesn't matter. I don't want your dirty help. I don't care. I'd rather be alone and do it on my own. And yes, it's going to be harder, and it's going to take longer, and it is, but at the end of the day, my freedom is priceless, right? For you guys, Pisces, I feel like it is one of the most important things. Like, freedom is not, it's very hard to come by, right? You have to be financially sovereign. You have to be emotionally sovereign. You have to be okay with being on your own. You have to be okay sometimes with starting over at ground zero, and not having help sometimes, because the help that is being offered, maybe even it's like one person, and even that help that's being offered is strings, or they'll come in and get their jabs in. Like, I'd rather you don't help me. I don't want your help. I don't want your help. And I feel like people can see that, Pisces. Like, I'd rather do it on my own and struggle a little bit more than have to have you hold anything over me, right? You guys will control the narrative of your life. So if you guys are if you guys are having a hard time in life, that's okay, because I control the narrative. But guess what? When things get better and I get my shit back together, that was because of me too, right? Because I did what I had to do. I know exactly what I had to do, and I took care of it. Nobody else can be like, I did that. I did that. When even if somebody helped you, like, they don't do that. They don't do that. That's like saying, oh, I got them to stop their addictions. No. Even if they paid for the, to go to, what is it called, detox or whatever, those places, If somebody doesn't want to stop, they're not going to. It doesn't matter how much money you throw at them. Okay? So even if they paid for everything, you still did the work of going through the detox, through the withdrawals, through all of that stuff, right? It was still you that did that, right? But people like to be like, oh, it was because of me. No, it wasn't. It was because of you. It was your choice. It was because you chose to get up and do it, right? Somebody could sermon you all day and all night and be like, oh, your house is a mess, you're disgusting, you should blah, blah, blah. Okay, then don't fucking come, right? One. And two, if I don't want to get up, I'm not going to do it. But if one day I decide to get up and decide to clean my house, I'm not saying my house is a mess. I'm giving an example, right? If I get up and decide to clean my house, that's because I decided to get up and do it, right? Because I decided to get up and do it. This is what I mean. Like, people like to attach strings, like, oh, because I did. No, don't help. I'd rather struggle. And I feel like you guys are the same, Pisces. Like, you guys are not gonna allow people to puppeteer you. Oh, well, I helped you, so now I need you to do this. No, if you're gonna help me, you're gonna do it without strings. If not, just don't help me, right? Alright, let's start to clarify. I'm already at 11 minutes. Alright, let's clarify. Tree, let them go. Yeah, the Hierophant. You don't give a shit. You don't care. You don't care. You've already learned. You've gone through, I think, the school of hard knocks, the school of life, and you learned that a label does not mean anything. You are very non-traditional and you don't give a shit. Especially when it has like to come to certain cultures where they're like, it doesn't matter how I treat you. I'm your mother. I'm your father. I don't give a... I don't care if who you are, the Dalai Lama. I don't give a fuck. Okay, if you're coming at me and you are not behaving a certain way, or you're doing certain things, or you're treating me like shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care. You're being cut out, right? You're being cut out. I'm just seeing like even family members where they were like creating almost like a, you know, like that hierarchy that high school has. I'm seeing like older family members that have been doing that, like that would create hierarchy, that would pretend to help you and then go and talk shit about you and like create a mean girl group as a old ass person doing that shit, right? But because they feel like they have some kind of say, like they believe labels mean something. Labels don't mean shit to you guys. Labels don't mean shit. They don't mean anything. Labels don't mean anything to you. They're just a label. And I feel like you guys literally are going very non-traditional in your life. Yeah, with Judgment in the reverse, follow your dreams. Judgment, I feel like you've had a lot of judgment on you. You've had a lot of people talking about you. You've had a lot of people look down on you, talk shit about you. There's been a lot of toxicity, a lot of secrets coming out. There's been a lot against you. People just, I'm telling you, there's something here about mean girl status. And there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of fighting, and I feel like basically you were getting a judgment from everywhere. Even people that nobody has a right to talk shit about you, but even people that you don't even know. Like, why do they feel that they have a fucking sense or a reason to talk shit, right? But it didn't matter. That didn't stop you. And people love that you're very resilient. People love, Pisces, that you guys are very much like, I don't care. I don't care. Let everybody talk. Let anybody talk. I'm going to continue. I do feel like you guys had a lot of people put judgment upon you. and talking shit. I really am getting like mean girl groups, right, where they were talking shit about you, where you were being judged for what you do, for who you're with, for who you're not with, for the trials and tribulations you're going through. I'm even hearing some of you guys were getting judged because you guys were sick with like autoimmune conditions, as if a person has a fucking way to control autoimmune conditions. Like, that's insane, right? Especially when, and this, I can tell you guys this from personal experience, where they're like, you look fine, yet on the inside you're like at a level 7, 8 of pain. No, I just got really good at hiding it, right? Because nobody gives a fuck that I'm in pain. Nobody cares. Or half the time they don't believe you. So it's just like, oh, they're lazy. Yeah. With the Three of Candles, you've taken control of your own narrative, and because of that, you actually have your ships coming in. The things that you are trying to manifest, the things that you have been manifesting are coming in now. And your life is about to change, and because you're changing the narrative. You're changing the narrative. It's almost like you're saying, all right, they want to talk some shit, I'm gonna give them some shit to talk about, right? And you're about to like start living a life where people are gonna be like, how the hell did they do that? You took control of the storyline, of your storyline, right? And you're no longer letting people puppeteer you, and you're moving forward. Things are moving forward for you, and people are about to be left with their mouth hanging on the floor, right, Pisces? Because you took control of that narrative, right? You made that decision. You were not going to feel left out in the cold anymore, because everybody basically was talking behind your back. With the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Nobody was being honest with you. People were lying. They were, what is it? I just heard telling pork pies. Porky pies? Pork pies. Is that an English phrase for gossiping? I don't actually know what that means. That's just what I heard. Telling pork pies. I don't know what that means, but that's just what I heard, Pisces. But yeah, people can see that you are just on, you're on it, and you don't give a shit, and you're doing it on your own, and that's okay. Let them. They talked a lot of shit, and now they're gonna eat their words. Yep. Alright, let's get you guys some guidance. Trust. Yeah, I feel like you have built a connection with yourself where you trust yourself now. You trust yourself, and you have boundaries. Look, and you built boundaries. You're now trusting yourself on emotions, on feelings about other people. I feel like in the past you'd be like, no, they're my friends, but you had this feeling or this emotion like, no, but they're my kids, or no, they're my they love me. But yet you had this like feeling of like, I don't feel like these people are out for my highest good. And now you're starting to trust your emotions, you're trying to trust your intuition, and you set up boundaries, and now you're seeing that your life is changing because you trusted your intuition, right? Yeah, you were in the void, and people saw that as in you being a loser or not having anything. No, but you were in the void. You were literally like, you had shed a past life, and when that happens, the universe makes sure that it takes as much as it needs to, so that you don't take that into your next life. And people were seeing that as in, oh, well, they don't have anything, they're broke, they're blah blah blah, whatever it was, right? But I think that there's a whole other group that see you rising. They see you rising, they see what's happening, and these other people are going to fucking eat it. Alright, Pisces? Alright, I hope this helped. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.